Welcome to Eagle Z, where giant airplanes, roaring jet engines, and catastrophic mid-air disasters collide. Buckle up because the storm is about to hit. Wow, the past few days at Anchorage Ted Stevens have been absolutely wild. Mother Nature decided to put on a spectacular show, delivering top-tier adiabatic conditions, right up there with the powerful lift of a fully loaded polar air cargo 747-8F blasting off from runway 33. A shocking incident at Sydney Airport as an Airbus A320 Flight JQ760 collided with a ground service truck. While no passengers were injured, the situation raises serious questions about airport safety. Nothing, snow, rain, heat, or gloom can slow these sailors and Marines down. Absolutely awesome. A pilot successfully landed a small plane with a landing gear failure at an airport in Maryland. The pilot is now getting out of the plane without any issues after it came to a stop on the runway. Oh, I'm witnessing a fascinating performance at the airport. A formation of South African Airways 345s. From an engineering perspective, the jet thrust produced by a Boeing 747 is an extreme demonstration of aerodynamic forces at play. Testing a car under such conditions is a direct analysis of structural integrity and aerodynamic resilience. The crosswind is way too strong over there. It's so stupid that they're holding a competition in conditions like this. Those winds could give a 727 trouble. This kind of competition is already dangerous. At that kind of ground speed, the wind is the only reason it's even able to get off the ground. Luckily, the pilot was completely unharmed, and the glider only suffered minor damage thanks to the trees breaking its fall. That rough landing turned into a valuable lesson, making the experience a stepping stone to improving his skills. Landing an F-35 isn't just about bringing it down, it's about mastering aerodynamics, wind resistance, and precise throttle control. The pilot skillfully adjusts the jet's descent, compensating for shifting air currents and gravitational pull. A tough and admirable job. Skilled maritime guides have to face fierce winds blasting up to 200 miles per hour from the spinning rotors of the V-22 Osprey. Yet in the midst of this windstorm, they stand firm, navigating with precision, turning the impossible into reality. He's so stupid. The Corby-chilled distribution truck's tire blew out, and let's be real, this wasn't just bad luck. Worn-out treads, high pressure, and a reckless operator who ignored the warning signs. This isn't just dangerous, it's an accident waiting to happen.
А там стекло не уебало ни у кого нахуй.
It's clear why proper car maintenance isn't just necessary. It can literally save lives. Serious accidents like this often stem from system failures, something that can totally be prevented with regular checkups and maintenance. Imagine standing on a rooftop in Brisbane, feeling the ground tremble as two Royal Australian Air Force jets roar past, slicing through the city skyline with incredible precision, just 300 feet from the buildings. A heavy-lift Russian helicopter hoists a powerful Su-27 fighter jet into the air. The Su-27, a symbol of speed and air dominance, dangles beneath the helicopter, highlighting an incredible lifting capability. Imagine standing in front of a Boeing 737 as it undergoes an engine wash. The sheer force, the mist of water swirling around, and the powerful jet roar, it's a mesmerizing sight. But be warned, and you might get sucked into the jet stream. You don't just hook up an old truck and hope for the best. Structural integrity, weight distribution. Nope, none of that was considered. A little patience and foresight could have saved them a truck and a whole lot of embarrassment. The FAA regulation on heliports states that there must be no fences or obstacles sticking up anywhere around the landing area. as they pose a risk of helicopters hitting or skidding into them. What a beast. The ground shakes and car alarms start blaring. These jets are all 23 years old or younger, yet they're still going strong. Crazy impressive. This is just a drill, but think of it as a train's warning bell. Unlike a car, it can't slam on the brakes, and it sure won't stop just for you. Always keep the tracks clear and stay cautious. I love the flames on the engine. It means the Constellation can still fly in good condition. This is definitely one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Now, this is a sight you don't see every day. The sheer size of a C-17 at eye level looks like something straight out of an action movie. It's amazing how smoothly those engines run. Did everything right, tried to minimize the damage, and then, boom, the hydraulic pipe said, "No way!" Here's hoping the repair guy doesn't charge extra for emotional distress. That's crazy. The pilot is really reckless for flying the plane so dangerously. A small mistake in judgment can lead to huge consequences, even for something as tough as a tank. A fighter jet going down is no joke, and the fact that the pilot made it out alive is nothing short of a miracle. Just imagining the adrenaline rush in those few seconds before ejecting. Pure survival mode. Hope they're okay and getting the support they need.
אני רציתי לפחות על הכביש, אבל היה שם אוטו. מה אתה אומר? איך זה קרה דבר כזה? איך קרה דבר כזה? לא היה לי לחץ דלק. למה? לא יודע, יש פה בעיה. אז מה עושים עכשיו? אני יודע.
A branch from a 100-year-old oak tree got damaged, and a big part of the tree ended up pulling down a 70-ton crane. But why didn't they just cut it at an angle and let it fall? I don't get why they needed a crane for this. The The thunderous roar of two B-52H Stratofortresses pierces the sky as they lift off from Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. Assigned to the elite 69th Bomb Squadron, these massive warbirds are en route to support agile combat employment drills. As someone who's worked with cranes before, this should never have happened. Either the cable was way past its lifespan, or someone skipped the safety check before lifting. No doubt the whole operation team is getting fired.
А куда ставить его собрались?
The tanker truck was moving at a pretty fast speed on a curved road. As it was taking the turn, one of the left wheels on the tractor unit suddenly came off, causing the truck to lose control. Luckily, a disastrous crash didn't happen. A load of beer spilling out on the road isn't just a waste, it's a straight-up hazard. Imagine someone swerving to avoid it and causing a massive pileup. Y'all double-check those cargo doors. A military transport plane roared across the frozen Russian sky at over 360 kilometers per hour. The air was a bone-chilling minus 25 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze bare skin in seconds. Yet in these brutal conditions, the Ivanovo paratroopers pulled off a flawless drop, delivering supplies straight into Budokino. A jet flew low at supersonic speed, so low that I almost skimmed over the heads of the female soldiers, making them jump in shock. That was a close call. The excavator almost flipped over while trying to brake. Just 1 second slower, and it would have crashed. This is exactly why you should always keep your distance around heavy machinery. The small chain couldn't hold back the massive steel coil, weighing tons, from sliding out of place when the container truck slammed on the brakes at the intersection. Luckily, no other vehicles were right next to the front of the truck at that moment. That was some textbook piloting right there. Landing an A380 isn't easy under normal conditions, let alone with strong headwinds and a short runway left. The decision to go around instead of forcing the landing, that's professionalism at its finest. This just goes to show how critical training is for military pilots. You can't predict real combat conditions, so you have to be ready for anything. These drills push pilots to their limits, testing their ability to stay calm and precise under extreme stress. Wow, that's a plot twist no one saw coming. This is exactly why you shouldn't judge by appearances. One thing I've learned is that what looks solid isn't always as sturdy as it seems, especially in construction. A breathtaking moment at Maho Beach. A JetBlue Airbus A320 roars down the runway, its jet engines unleashing raw power, kicking up sand and making tourists stagger. Just beyond the fence of Princess Juliana Airport, SXM, people brace themselves against the intense blast. The truck driver messed up by not lowering the truck bed, causing it to crash into the village gate. Guess how much damage this accident is going to cost? Watching the Cat 966 H back up just in time before the quarry collapsed was enough to make my heart jump out of my chest. A split-second decision like that is what separates the pros from the rookies. Is it because of the damaged road or the truck being too heavy? Either way, the driver's still safe. This is next-level aviation photography. It's one thing to fly those maneuvers, but capturing them from the outside with such clarity, that's a whole different beast. The precision and timing in these shots are just unreal. It's pointless for the crane operator to carry such a heavy load when the crane is almost fully extended with the front support. A strong gust of wind could easily knock him over.
Крыши нет. Блять, надо эти прокладки, блять, наверное, ставить.
Those aren't just random marks, they're contrails, created when hot engine exhaust meets the frigid air at high altitudes. The moisture condenses, freezes, and forms dazzling ice crystal trails. Some vanish quickly, while others linger for hours, shaping mesmerizing sky patterns. As an experienced operator, I can tell you that the chain isn't strong enough to hold the tractor. Plus, there's no wheel chocks. That's amateur. They should be using a winch and proper anchor points. The video has paused, but the conversation is just beginning. Leave your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe to see more exciting content.